And keep in mind, these bowls, these are not like bowls, okay? Like we think of buckets, we think of cereal bowl, right? Are you like me? Are you like fascinated with like how much cereal can I get in a bowl, right? And I've done that. So we get big bowls, and then I try to see how high you can go without spilling when you pour the milk in, right? All the guys get it. The girls are like, guys are stupid, but guys get it, right? Like we create the mountain, it's got to go like this so it doesn't come off the sides. But we think of deep bowls, don't we? These are not those bowls, because those bowls take time to pour out, right? Big bowls, think of a huge bowl, right? Huge bowl, it takes time to pour out. These are ceremonial saucers, okay? The ceremonial saucers that were used in the temple and in the places of religious worship were very, very shallow. And the picture is that when those are poured, it's all-encompassing and it's fast. Pfft, there it is. Jesus says he's coming quickly. This wrath is going to come quickly. It doesn't mean soon, it means quickly when it happens. You get that? God doesn't like draw it out as some sort of like torture technique. It happens immediately, it's fast. And keep in mind what's led up to this. Did we not go through the 7 seals already? And people said, I don't want anything to do with Jesus. The 4 horsemen are loosed, the Antichrist is running around. The guy named Death is running around with hell following him. There's hordes of demons coming from pits, right? Tormenting people, then allowed to kill people. The angels from the Euphrates were. So there was the seals, and then there was what? The trumpets. And over, people just say, you know what? I'll take my chances. I don't feel like repenting. Because they think it's something they have to do, not something that they receive. No, I'm not good. No. And then the Antichrist shows up with a false prophet, his PR agent, and they start worshiping him instead because you're constantly worshiping. The only question is, what or whom are you worshiping? So they're going to find someone to worship. If it's not Jesus, they'll find someone else. There's entire stadiums right now in America that are being filled by people worshiping a game. I'm not against football. But if you were to drop in someone from a foreign culture that's never seen that, I guarantee you they walk into Seahawks Stadium and go, this is a religious ceremony. They have painted themselves. They are chanting. They're all wearing the same colors. They're crying at times. They're elated at times. There's music. There's lights. This is a worship ceremony. They would see it as such. I guarantee you. Be like, no, it's just a game. It means absolutely nothing. And none of the people in the crowd are at all invested in the team. Because we need to stop acting like we're on that team, right? We're not. You're not on the football team. You get so wrapped up in that, right? Be excited about the team you're actually on, right? As a Christian, be a little more excited about the team you're actually on than the one you're watching on the TV, by the way. Just a side note, okay? But these people are going to worship. Everyone will worship. The beast, the Antichrist, the false prophet. There will be worship. And so over and over and over, God is just calling to repentance as he always has. And as we saw 2 chapters ago, no one would learn the song anymore. There's no more. There's no more Christians. They've all been killed. They've all been martyred, except for the 144,000 who God has been moving through the time of Revelation to point to the coming Jesus. Just as he did with Israel in the Old Testament, just as he's doing as a church today that's moving forward, pointing to Jesus. Even when the church is then raptured, he takes 144,000 Jews, not Jehovah's Witnesses, and he moves them through Revelation to point to Jesus. He's never not going to give you a sign. He's never going to allow you to have an excuse. And so again, as all of this culminates, God constantly pours out on Christians, and now he's about to pour out on the non-Christians. Those that reject the covering of Jesus. Those that rejected election and preached grace and regenerating, converting, justifying, adopting, ministry, sanctifying, empowering, provisional, miraculous, and glorifying grace. Over and over, you just have to reject God. It's not that you muster up this. It comes natural. It comes natural. The default mode of the human heart is a rejection of God. And then he gifts Christians, and he pours on them. And so it says the bowls of the wrath of God on earth.